Right now has got to be the most insane time to be a Final Fantasy fan in years. Final Fantasy XVI is on the way, but it's not the only major FF title that's coming. We also have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is looking increasingly likely to be getting a very big reveal soon. There is a lot of Final Fantasy goodness to look forward to, so you are going to want to hit that subscribe button, as this channel covers everything FF the moment that it happens. The Final Fantasy VII Remake Twitter and Facebook page have been posting daily updates containing comments from the development team. These comments have given little teases about what's to come in the game. While some of them are fairly straightforward, the other ones are a bit more cryptic, and people have been speculating on them heavily. These development comments are numbered, and today we just got developer comment number 6, with everyone expecting something special to happen when we get to developer comment number 7. Now it's worth noting that the most important person to the Final Fantasy VII Remake project, Tetsuya Nomura, has not yet had a developer comment, even though these comments started with Yoshinori Kitase. It seems incredibly apparent to me that the 7th key developer comment will be from Nomura, and it will be, fingers crossed, with a brand new trailer that will be displayed at the Summer Games Fest. It's also incredibly worth noting that the Final Fantasy VII Remake Twitter page, as well as the FF7R Facebook page, have both removed their cover photo. It's no coincidence that both of these pages remove their photo, and more than likely they have a new photo to go tomorrow when the trailer launches. This has all been a really clever tease on Square Enix's part, as it lets fans know every single day leading up to this trailer that something major is coming, and it does it all without giving too much away. Some of the interesting teases include one from Naoki Hamaguchi, with him being asked, quote, "How will players journey through the world outside of Midgar in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?" Hamaguchi: "Players will be able to journey across the wide and multifaceted world with a high degree of freedom, experiencing a myriad of different stories along the way." Now, the really interesting part here is that there is a high degree of freedom. Does that mean that we're necessarily looking at an open world game? That much I'm not sure of. One thing that is worth noting is how Naoki Hamaguchi has cited Horizon Zero Dawn as a massive influence for him. The first Final Fantasy VII Remake game was extremely linear, and people are hoping that they will get some freedom for exploration in this new game. I'm hoping that a myriad of different stories also means that the side content will be stepped up, as that is commonly a criticism of the first game. Seeing how they improve and build upon the first game's formula is what I look forward to the most with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The other developer comment of note is, do I need to play Final Fantasy VII Remake to enjoy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Motomu Toriyama replying, quote, "No, we have made preparations so that players who did not get a chance to play the first game can fully enjoy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth." This statement in particular kind of confused a lot of people. How can you possibly skip straight to the second game? First of all, I think it's important to say that they're not saying don't play Final Fantasy VII Remake. However, they're saying if you're interested in Rebirth, don't let that stop you. Secondly, it also implies that they're going to have some sort of recap video that will catch you up on everything that happened in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I also wouldn't be surprised if that recap was just an organic part of the story, the characters sitting around kind of discussing everything that's happened so far. But also, it's kind of just PR talk. Square also said you don't need to play any of the previous Kingdom Hearts games to enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3. And it's true that you can enjoy these games without necessarily knowing everything that's going on. Purely on likable characters, good music, and enjoyable gameplay. While this probably won't be the recommended way to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it's probably something that you can do. Another one of these developer comments caused quite a commotion. However, I don't think it's quite what a lot of people read it to be. With them asking, quote, "Has the battle system changed from Final Fantasy VII Remake?" Teruki Endo: "In Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, new comrades will join you in battle, and you can cooperate with other party members in even closer ways than before. I'm under the assumption that the way that we use Sonon in Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission will be applicable here. However, a lot of people said that new comrades means that potentially there will be new characters joining, but I don't think that's quite the case. In particular, if you look at the Japanese version of the same tweet, and forgive my horrible Japanese voice here, but it says nakama ga fue, which means an increase in comrades, and not necessarily new comrades. This can technically mean the exact same thing, as you could think of new allies as being an increase or an increase in allies. Final Fantasy VII already has 9 playable characters, and more than likely it is going to have 10 if you count Zack, and quite possibly 11 if the Sephiroth flashback is playable as Sephiroth. I don't think we need to add any more new playable characters. Just allowing us to have Cid and Vincent here will be enough. And while I'm at it, I want to give a shout out to the channel Game Gingo, who specifically helps you learn Japanese through JRPGs. You guys should definitely go and check his channel out. It's abundantly clear here from all the details, the fact that we know that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is less than a year away, and its high likelihood of showing at the Summer Games Fest, that you should be quite excited right now. The reunion at hand may bring joy, it may bring fear, but let us embrace whatever it may bring. Shout out to patron Kenton Hamilton and the rest of the Ultima community.